Jesus was amazed at their lack of faith. What was their lack of faith? Well, it was, first of all, a lack of believing that each one of us, every human being, is a mystery known only to God. That we can never say that we know someone so well that we read them like a book. And that's what the townspeople of Jesus were doing. They thought that they knew him so well. How often we find that our relationships with other people really dry up because we have concluded that we know everything about them. A number of years ago, a couple who was celebrating their 50th anniversary told me that the way that they kept their marriage and their relationship fresh was they decided early on that they would take time at the end of the week and maybe have a cocktail and tell each other what they learned about each other that week. And it was always something that maybe did not seem so very evident at first. But what that did was allow the couple to really express a sense of mystery about the other, allowing them to appreciate the fact that there was always something in their life to be discovered, but also for each one of them to grow. Some years ago, I attended my high school reunion for our 50th class, and it was remarkable to see how people had changed. The great athlete, the most popular, were suffering from ills and pains and were not as fleet of foot as they were in high school, and were just like the rest of us, slowing down. And then others who were very quiet, almost bookish in their way that they conducted themselves in high school, amounted to some real contributions in life that they made with great success, perhaps reminding us that, like flowers, we all bloom at different rates in life. There is a mystery about each one of us, and whenever we begin to forget that, we easily conclude that we know somebody so well that we give up on them. And when they fail, we don't give them space to change. And even when they succeed, we kind of discount it because we think that we already know them. Jesus today reminds us that our relationship with him must always be filled with a sense of mystery, that he is always revealing something new about himself to us. That's why our prayer life is so important. It's a conversation with a friend. It's an opportunity to get to know Jesus and for him to reveal himself to us more, but also for us to reveal more about ourselves, to allow him in some way to unpack the deep richness of his graces in our lives. But we also are called to a kind of faith, not only believing that there is more to learn about Jesus, but also a faith about ourselves. As we grow older, maybe we conclude that there's really not a whole lot new that can happen to our lives. Maybe we tell ourselves we've been there and done that. But each day in which we keep our faith alive and fresh is to begin by just asking ourselves, what new will I discover today about myself? What new enterprise or initiative, even if it's so very small, can I become involved in, so that I see that the Lord is always giving us a grace to grow in the image and likeness of God, a God who is always mystery, a God who is one that is totally unknown to us and yet reveals himself step by step. So today, as we hear this gospel of those who kind of gave up on Jesus, let's make sure that we never give up on anyone in our relationship, in our families, but also that we don't give up on ourselves, but realize that God is always with us on the journey of life, revealing more about who we are in his presence. And in that way, be those people that the Lord would not be astonished by their lack of faith, but he would rejoice in the faith that we express, knowing that he's with us every step of the way.